Mr.beast. I am standing on one whole dollar, an unimpressive amount of money, and about half my net worth. And if Beast Games is a good show, I will personally mail this dollar to Mr. Beast myself. So the question remains, is Beast Games good? Yeah? Okay, hold on. There's a lot more I want to talk about. So I'm gonna break this down into 5 parts: Beast and Friends, the games, stories / contestants, I don't know what I'm gonna call it, the editing, and Squid Games. That last one will make sense in a minute. Just wait. So first off, this section will be quick, but the main point is that Mr. Beast and his friends are really bad hosts. They all have the same 4 dialogue options, which are, "That's crazy. Hold on, it's gonna get crazier. That's an absurd amount of money," and screaming.
Is it gonna be crazy? No.
No way, Jimmy.
This seems crazy.
No way.
You're pressing A. Y'all are crazy. Whoa, that is crazy.
They offer very little to the show. Mr. Beast's only valuable lines are really when he's explaining the rules. Even when talking to the contestants, it's just the same, "What are you thinking right now? How do you feel?" Or they're yelling because something happened or someone got eliminated. Little Yachty was on the show for like half an episode, and he had more of a presence than Beast and Friends ever did. It's kind of disappointing because he can offer good commentary and personality. He does it all the time in his videos, but I guess he didn't want to take away from the contestants because there was little to none in the actual show. I think I know how I can fix it, but I'll get to that in the contestant section. The games in the show kinda suck. Mr. Beast went for a spectacle over anything, and it really shows. In the first episode, it was almost exclusively self-elimination challenges. Except for the building block game. I did like that game. But do you know how boring and uninteresting it is to see someone eliminate themselves for the 10th time? I understand Mr. Beast wanted to get rid of the contestants as fast as possible. I just wish it was more creative. Because this isn't an episode 1 problem. It's almost throughout the entire show. Until like the island episode. Episode 3 is just a big self-elimination challenge disguised by the cubes. Really, the only difference is that you can take people down with you. Another problem I have is that some of these games feel like an afterthought. It feels like they're running out of ideas and they were just throwing stuff to see if it sticks. An example, the tower. All the games on the tower did not need to be played on the tower. One of the games was literally catching balls and not letting it touch the ground. You know, like the game we used to play as kids with the balloon? I feel like I can replicate most of these games in my backyard. So here I am in my backyard. All you need is a ball, some type of bin, and a chair. The tower was pointless. If I can easily recreate the games, and I don't think that was a great use of money he had. I was expecting to get it first try. That's kind of heat. Another game I thought that was disappointing was on the island. Literally, all I had to do was roll the ball as close to a line as possible. All I have here is a ball and an object to signify the line. Let's see if I would have got that island. How close was that? You see how close that was? I think I would have made it to the island. I would have gotten that. Literally, the final episode, this was so underwhelming. It was literally just that tower game, but from farther away. So just imagine the opponents were here. I would have made it. No way! Dude, Beast Games is not ready for me, bro. For every good challenge, there were like 3 bad ones. In the back half of the show, he splits the contestants into 3 groups, and the strength challenge was actually pretty cool. The monster trucks were a good mix of spectacle, and they were actually fun to watch. The Navy SEALs in the island episode were also really cool. Even though at the end of the day, it was just ranked hide and seek, it was still really cool. But having one of these challenges be a game so simple and that episode was so disappointing. You know, the one with they throw the ball and the one furthest from the line loses and it's out, or if they go over, they out. That was really underwhelming. It would have been better if they're like being chased by cowboys or something. I don't know. I wish they had a better mix of the actual good games and some more of the lazy ones. Do you know how many people were on set for Beast games? 1,000 people. You know what? That might be wrong. He did episode 0 with 2,000 people. 2,000 people! I can't possibly fathom keeping track of all those people. So I really don't blame Beast when I say the show felt really disconnected. I understand it's really hard to tell a story when you're focusing on someone and then they get eliminated in the next round. And you can't really focus on the top 10 throughout the entire show either, because at that point, might as well tell the viewer who won the games. But I didn't feel any connection to anyone until like the top 10. Sure, there were some standout characters, like the Habibi brothers, who were villains until they were both eliminated. Actually, hold on. What they did to that poor woman was diabolical, but it was pretty smart.
You want to do the card game again?
It's just gonna be us two. Whoever gets
Really?
lower.
And you're not doing it? All right, the deck is shuffled.
Then I had a good chance and I'm just gonna ruin it. I just wanna get this over with.
3, 2, 1.
I told you I'd do it. I told you I'd do it. You guys.
Villains, I say. Also, my least favorite player, 952, won the $1.8 million island. And then later on, she called the person who eliminated her a racist. Like, come on, bro. It was strategy, not racism. You have your $1 million. It's your time to leave. Jeremy was also a standout. And Dino, who started out a hero and went out a villain. Anyways, it was really hard to keep track of who was still in and who to vote for because of the sheer amount of people on set. There were arcs throughout the show, but they only lasted to like the end of the episode at best. A contestant would get their time to shine and then move on to another one because there's so much happening and you can't put everything into the final cut. Someone even proposed on the show, but it didn't make it. I guess our short attention spans can't handle it. I don't know. I think if he ever does this again, he should do it with way less people, because it would allow the audience to get to know them better and to find someone to root for. That way, when someone gets eliminated, it isn't just played off as a gag. It has much more impact. In a reality game show, we really don't see much reality just because of how fast the show goes. And that leads me to my next point. Beast Games is just an hour-long Mr.beast video. That isn't a bad thing, but it also isn't a good thing. I do believe that YouTube videos can transfer to TV, but some things should stay on YouTube. And it also goes the other way around. Some things should stay on TV. From the very beginning, it's obvious the YouTube algorithm is forever stuck in Jimmy's head. It's edited just like a YouTube video. So if you don't like Mr.beast videos, you're not gonna like the show. It has that fast-paced zoomer editing style that's designed to keep your attention, which doesn't work on the big screen or small screen. I don't know. It's a TV show. Your chance to captivate the audience is in the first episode. It's not like a video where they need to be entertained every single minute. The show goes really fast. There is rarely a minute to breathe. Things are being thrown in your face like every second. There are so many jump cuts, they do not let you linger on a moment. You get 30 seconds at the most and then boom, the next flashy thing appears and we move on. Sometimes we need to slow down and fully take in what happens, but there's just no room to do that. The CGI in the show is actually really impressive. It's mostly used as transitions, but when it's used in conjunction with actual shots from the show, it doesn't look that bad. A standout moment is in the final episode with the coin flip, where they change the CGI coin and flash back to every important moment in the show with Mr.beast talking over it. It was nicely put together. I wish they could have let their YouTube mind back on YouTube, because it's just a little bit weird seeing these fast-paced attention-grabbing things on a show where you usually take things in. One last thing is that they use the impact fonts for players remaining. I don't know why, it's just funny. I thought I'd mention it. I want to talk about the connection between Beast Games and Squid Games. I know these are two completely different shows and you can't really compare them, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Like, you're gonna stop me? It's my channel. I can talk about whatever I want. Anyways, it's clear Beast took inspiration from Squid Games, with having the prize in the center for all to see, the jumpsuits with the numbers on him, and literally having knock-off Squid Game guards. Like, he's not even trying to hide it. The reason people like Squid Games and not giving Beast Games that same love is because it's not how scripted or actually good the show is, but because they can relate to the message of the show. They know how tough it is fighting against capitalism. That's the entire point of Squid Games, having these characters stand up against the rich and corrupt. The games are just a front to push that message. Mr.beast saw that and took nothing from it. He saw people like the games and turned them into reality. Beast and friends are the VIPs. Jimmy is the front master in this situation. He is giving people a hope of getting out of a life of poverty or out of a tough situation, and when they get eliminated, he plays them off as a joke. The show might as well be renamed to Crying Games because there is so much crying. Like, genuine sadness. And Mr.beast is just laughing all the way to the bank. I'm not trying to paint Jimmy in an evil light. That's just what happens on reality game shows like this. But for taking so much inspiration from Squid Games, you think they might be a little bit more self-aware. I got a little bit taken away. But anyways, if you have time to kill and you already watch and like Mr.beast content, then I would say give it a watch. It's one of those turn off your brain type of shows and you just enjoy it. If you don't like his content or if you don't like reality game shows, then I wouldn't recommend it. On the fresh to sour meter, which isn't just a total copy of Rotten Tomato score, I would give it a 7 out of 10. It's sweet with a little bit of tang. Well, at least there wasn't anything wrong while making the show. Well, I mean, he's not in any more scandals, right? God damn it. But do you know who the real winner is? The real winner is not the actual winner of the game show. It's not Mr.beast, nor does it have to do anything with the deep meaning. The real winner of Beast Games is the goddamn IRS. They took half the prize pool from the winning contestant, leaving him with only $5 million. Well, I mean, like, it's still $5 million, but geez, congratulations to the IRS for winning Beast Games. Well, that's it for me. So, yeah, goodbye.